Come, be reconciled. A short worship for the week of 27 March 2022. A Lenten reflection.
The purpose of Lent is to focus with intensity on Christ and to make room within for God's redemptive and creative power. It is about self-examination, confession, correction, forgiveness.
The Prodigal Son, from Luke 15:7-32.
A man had 2 sons. The younger of them said to his father,
"Father, give me the share of the property that falls to me."
So he divided his estate between them. Not many days later, the younger son gathered everything together and journeyed to a distant country, and there squandered his possessions in prodigal living. When he had spent everything, there came a severe famine in that country, and he began to be in want. So he went and hired himself to a citizen of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed swine. He would gladly have filled his stomach with the husks that the swine were eating, but no one gave him any. When he came to himself, he said,
"How many of my father's hired servants have an abundance of bread, and here I am perishing with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and I will say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.'
So he arose and came to his father. But while he was yet far away, his father saw him and was moved with compassion, and ran and embraced his neck and kissed him. The son said to him,
'Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.'
But the father said to his servants, 'Bring out the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet. Bring here the fattened calf and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.' So they began to be merry. It was fitting to be merry and be glad, for this brother was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found."
A Psalm of Rejoicing.
Happy are those whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Happy are those to whom the Lord imputes no iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no deceit.
While I kept silence, my body wasted away through my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy upon me. My strength was dried up as by the heat of summer.
Then I acknowledged my sin to you, and I did not hide my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the guilt of my sin.
Therefore let all who are faithful offer prayer to you. At a time of distress, the rush of mighty waters shall not reach them.
You are a hiding place for me. You preserve me from trouble. You surround me with glad cries of deliverance. Psalms 32, verses 1-7.
A prayer of praise and reconciliation.
Loving parent, as we continue our Lenten journey, we thank you for Jesus who came among us. He provides for us a light, guide, and example of how we should strive to live our lives. Just as He shone light on injustice and oppression, help us do the same. When we become scared, help us to see the truth in the situation so we may continue your work. When we stray, we praise you for your open arms welcoming us back into your fold. Help us be your light for others in the darkness. Amen.
Go in hope and as a light for others. God bless.